A typical swarm consists of about 20 to 80,000 bees by fact. It has been done through research and I've seen, but that is half a gallon bucket full of bees as a healthy swarm. You know, it's sort of easy to manage bees if you know how to do it properly, but when it comes to large-scale commercial bee farming,
yeah, you get the risk of people coming and busting your hives. It happens a lot.
This is pollen. This is what they use for feeding the young bees.
So they get their protein.
And as you can see, the bright color of it
indicates high quality.
It indicates high quality, yes, but also the type of honey. The color is associated with sunflower. This is sunflower honey. We moved the bees from the Springbok flucted to this area, just so that we could manage and work the bees properly when they need to be taken to the macadamia lands. When the bees are situated there, it is not always an easy task because you have to deal with pesticides that kill the bees. When it comes to questions such as why do bees die, it's because of pesticides. It is because of lack of management, and bee farming then becomes really difficult and never profitable if you do not understand.
If there is rain, there's money in beekeeping, but if there's no rain, there's absolutely no money. It's heavily affected by rain because, you know, flowers, if trees produce flowers, and if there's enough water, then it's flowers competing for bees and not bees competing for flowers. You understand what I'm saying? This here's the brood. This is I wouldn't say this is your best brood, but it's not scattered brood. If you'd find that there's babies they're much more scattered brood, then you can worry about capensis, which is something that looks like this. Obviously this is bees that were just bred out now, and you can see that they're just coming out. These are just the late guys. But if you find brood like this in a freshly in a fresh new cake that the queen has just laid eggs, then you can worry about black bees, and by law you're gonna have to put them out.
As you can see, these frames do not have honey inside. There is honey pieces inside as crystallized honey. It's a crystalline fluid. Now you get certain types of honey, and the reason why you get certain colors of honey is because certain pollens that the bees bring back from the trees for feeding affect the color of the honey. It can also depend on the thickness of honey. Depending on the season, you get thicker honey in the winter because obviously
there's less water. When we get thinner honey in the summer because there's a much higher amount of water that the trees are getting, and they're just pushing out all the water through nature in order to obviously get bees to come to them and, you know, spread out their seed.
As you can see here, this is a healthy brood. A lot of them have bred out already. So this swarm is a medium-sized scale swarm. It's not a very big swarm.
No, it's not.
But it can be advanced really soon. Maybe it's due to because the queen is old. Maybe she's in her 3rd or 4th year. The queen's production in making new baby bees reduces at about the 2nd year because she lives to about 3 or 4 years. Okay, here we get some capped honey. You get a lot of people that say honey that crystallizes is fake honey. That is a lie, because this is honey that came from a hive, and as you can see, we get crystallized honey in the cake itself. Okay, now when it comes to harvesting, this is a capped frame, so that this is now proper raw honey. Here by this section here, the bees have not yet filled the comb, so this here you will not find as 100% raw honey as the cap. This is ready honey that is not yet ready. Now what you do with these is you get a tool that looks like a fork with a lot of teeth that you can deep cap from here. Now you also get a heated knife that you can slice off the cappings from the thing, so you can put it in a machine and extrude it from there.